Hello, hello. How is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully, you can hear me okay. Let me know in the chat if you can. I know that Super Game Room Dudes had ended very quickly due to some technical difficulties. So I thought, hey, you know what? I'll go ahead and start my show early, maybe get done a little bit earlier, because I've been very tired this week. This week was my first week back to work. Uh, I had 6 weeks off with, my baby, the new one. My work is great. They give you time off to spend with the new ones here. So, it's always great, to have a company like that. Yeah. I I know I actually said that to my wife tonight. I was like, "Yeah, Glenn's show, it's always it's great, but, like, every time he's on there, he's got some issue with his audio." So I went to watch it, and it was messed up again. So I was like, "Man, I don't know what it is about Glenn. He can make a cab and, do all this technical stuff, but his audio, man, I just do not know what's up with it at all." Meatball Saucy, you sound great. Thank you so much. But yeah, this is my first week back to work. I've been really exhausted. I love my job, love it. But we all know if we had a choice not to work ever, that we would choose that, which is how I feel this week. I'm just like, man, I wish I didn't have to have this job. Wish I didn't have to have any job. Wish I could just sit on a beach somewhere with a margarita and not worry about that stuff. But and what's funny too is our 2-year old. He's kind of been doing like a sleep regression thing, and he's sleeping worse than our infant right now. So last night I was up for I think it was about 1 a.m. with him, trying to get him to sleep because he just would not sleep. So it's just been crazy. It's been crazy. I got tomorrow, Saturday, I got mower coming. So exciting news. No arcades coming at all, but I did get a mower. Used one. Whenever we bought this house, it came with a mower. But it was not in very good condition. It was in the middle of winter. I couldn't really like start it up and try it out too much because it's just in a shed. So whenever this summer came around, I think I mowed like half the yard once with it, and tire keeps going flat, so it needs fixed. The battery in it, I had to jump, so it's just one of those things where you just can't win with it. She left it behind. Maternity leave just as important as paternity leave. That's right. Yeah, it is. It definitely helped a lot. I kind of tackled the two older boys while she tackled the our baby girl. So cheers, absolutely, absolutely. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Um, a riding mower, yes, it's a zero turn mower. Hello, hello, Richie Odella. Thanks for stopping by. It's a zero turn mower. Now, usually, I was looking for a brand new mower, and those things were just too expensive. It was like $3,000 or $4,000, and I was like, dude, I just cannot spend that on a mower. Like, I can't justify that in my brain. So so I was like, let me just try to find something. My uncle, he works on lawnmowers all the time. He ended up finding one and fixing it up and said, "Hey, I'll sell it to you for a good price." So I'm glad. I'm glad because I was like, I don't know. Had to keep hiring someone to come and mow my yard because I had nothing, no other way of doing it. And then $3,000 or $4,000 I wasn't ready to spend. So oh well, oh well. We got a lot to talk about tonight, though. We have an extra long show. It may not go clear till midnight now because we are about 20 minutes earlier than what I was thinking we were going to be. But I hate that happened with Super Gamer Dudes. But maybe we can end it early, and you guys can go get yourself a drink. Relax a little bit before late night live starts, which is right after me. So don't leave here and just go to bed. No, you stay up for those boys because I know it's a great show always with them. But first up, we have all types of news tonight. The Nintendo Direct, and what a bore fest that was. And then we have the digital games versus physical games done right. That's a topic I want to talk about tonight. And then also too, I want to talk about quality versus price. Where's the line? Where's the line there? How do we determine that, and which way do we go? We're going to have obviously our drink here tonight too, and also too, who's selling this? We're going to have a little bit of that. So let's get ready for the show tonight. It's going to be fun. We're gonna start off with some Yes, sleep is a good thing. I want to start with some lighter news. Some lighter news. Yes, you are early. We are all early. Everyone here is early because the the boys had to pack it up tonight. They had to pack it up tonight. But we have some news here. Something coming out from Xbox. I wanted to share with everyone here. I know Xbox has been getting kind of some hate lately, because of everything going on with them. People are kind of questioning whether or not the Game Pass is actually earning them revenue. Is it sustainable? It looks like right now, from what I'm seeing, let me go ahead and throw this up here. Looks like they're doing pretty good. Let me switch this out. There we go. Saying here the Xbox Game Pass revenue was nearly $5 billion for the first time over the last year. Um, you see all that buffering. Oh, I seen all that buffering. Yeah, from them. Yeah, I was like, am I buffering? Am I buffering too? Is just like a bad night from streaming? I don't know. But Xbox, uh, his revenue was nearly $5 billion for the first time over the last year. It says here that Game Pass revenue reached a new record for Xbox last year, achieving nearly $5 billion in revenue for the first time. This comes from the company's Q4 and full year earnings results covering the last 12 months ending June 30th, 2025. So to me, it's looking like they're doing pretty good, right? We got Xbox making $5 billion, which is great for them, I guess. Um, it does lead to some questions, though. It does bring up here. Let me see. Well, basically, it's about the the question I have then is they have laid off a ton of people. The Xbox has, and I thought it was brought out here, but maybe this is the wrong article. But they're gaining so much more money. Says overall the game revenue is up 10% year over year, and Xbox content and services revenue was up 13%, driven by growth in the first party content and yes, Xbox Game Pass. So to me, I'm kind of worried, like, why would they be making more money than apparently they're making, and then go ahead and say, "Hey, we're gonna start laying off all these people." They feel like the people aren't needed then at that point? Is that kind of, what they're thinking? Like, "Hey, we can keep making this money with less people, getting more money into our pockets?" Or do you guys think that this is just, they didn't think they were gonna make as much as they did, and then it was like, "Whoopsie, we shouldn't have fired those people 'cause, it looks like it was working, whatever they were doing." Uh, so that's the question that I've kind of scratched my head thinking here lately. If they're making so much money, why is this happening? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know, uh, that I do love Xbox, and I also love drinks. And what I'm gonna do tonight is start in on a drink. So I mentioned this in a post. I don't know if you guys had seen it or not. If you're not tuned in my community posts, hit the notifications so you can get those. But I know having a drink every single week does seem a little daunting. I said in the post and how you know doing a different one every single week, you may not have everything in front of you, and so it's like, oh yeah, he made this drink, but by the time I get things together, I won't have time before his show starts. So oh well, and we kind of forget about it. So I said, how about I start this where I make one drink and we drink it for like a month. So like if you guys are like, "Hey, I wanna, drink that with him too." You have, a few chances to get the supplies and, um, be able to drink it yourself. So, we're gonna stick with root beer tapper all through August. So, the root beer tapper float. So I can make that drink real quick. I actually brought enough to make 2 tonight because we're gonna have, double the show or another extra 20 minutes. So I was like, "Well, I could make 2 probably within 2 hours if, I get blabbing here a lot." So and the more that I have, the more that I talk. 1 drink a day. Yeah, see, he was like, "No, you just make them every day. You just come up with a different." I would just basically change, like, one thing of every little drink every time. That's hilarious, that's hilarious. But alright, so we're back to the root beer tapper here. We got 1 shot of Crown Vanilla, so make sure it's the vanilla. You can use regular Crown, but it's not gonna taste near as good. So Crown Vanilla, we're gonna go ahead and get a shot in here. Uh, There you go, 1 shot of that. And then also too, you need your rum, chata. This is what really gives it that extra boost of flavor. Rum chata. So take a shot of that, put it on in here. There we go. And then you just add in a can of, root beer, and that's it, guys. That's all you need in order to make it. So I'm going to be doing this for the rest of August. Every single week, we're going to be displaying this and talking about it, and also talk about a little bit about root beer tapper. I don't know how you guys feel about root beer tapper, Budweiser tapper, but it was one of my favorite games, and the story I have with it. We did Cleveland Gaming Classic a couple years ago, if you all remember. I had my cousin with me. He's the one that stayed. We shared a hotel room, and he had I always told him, like, there's one game, like, there's gonna be one game that you, kind of go towards in an arcade, and that's the one, like, you kinda stick with. Mine was Galaga, like, I love Galaga. Anytime in an arcade, I gotta play some Galaga, and I did decently at it. I'm better now, and I was like, "You'll find your game, like, we're gonna see a bunch of arcades." So and Root Beer Tapper was his game, man, like, he got a hold of that, and he couldn't let go. Um, so it is, it's definitely got some memories with me because I thought, "Oh, yeah, I could kick his butt at Rupert Tapper." Like, Rupert Tapper, man, I love that game, and he was kicking my butt left and right. It was crazy, it was crazy. So, uh, there it is, guys. Just put it in, mix it. It even looks like a root beer float. Look at that. Like, once the ice cream melts some, like, it gets that tint to it, and guys, it tastes just like a root beer float. Just like a root beer float. Oh, and it makes you feel special afterward, even more special. Yesterday, Xbox app announced ahead of the new Ally X release, the storefront UI supports launch of other platforms: Steam, Epic, GOG, and Ubisoft. Thoughts? Um, I think that that's awesome. Like, I think it's getting to the point where, um, see, I think that it might have been the game of the week for Arcades Anonymous. So if you're good at it, man, put in your score. I think it's getting tough. Hello, J Rod. Thanks for stopping by. Prince Vinny, always good to see you. It's getting tough, I think, because I think that all the game systems are starting to blur. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if Xbox starts doing the stuff with Steam and everything else, like just being able to be used on their new handheld coming out, the Rogue Ally, that's going to be using Steam, things like that. There are new systems coming out that say they're going to have Steam on them too. And then it's getting to the point where it's like, why own any other game systems? Because every system's gonna be able to play everything. So, um, Nintendo has their exclusivity that, like, they're never gonna give those up because that's what sells their consoles. I mean, right now, they only have, Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. That's really an exclusive, like, 100% their games, and the Nintendo Switch 2 is selling like crazy. So, I don't think they'll ever give up um, you know, their IPs like that. But I feel like PlayStation and Xbox are kind of hitting this weird place where they're sharing almost too much, where the exclusivity is kind of fading away, and it's going to be tough in the future to kind of figure out like what to buy because it's like, well, who cares? Like, which one? It'll come down to hardware, I think, because it's like, okay, which one just runs better and looks better because they all play the same games. Um, yes, it does. Yes, it does. You mean you just want to play? Yes, I just want to play. One starts, the rest follows. Yes, yes. And and so I mean, even with the Steam thing, even if I know right now PlayStation is kind of giving Xbox some things, Xbox is giving PlayStation some things, but once Steam hits Xbox, it's going to be kind of game over because it's like, okay, well, I can play all my Steam games on my Xbox, like, and there's PlayStation games that are the exclusives on Steam. So I wonder how well it's gonna run, and if it runs really well, what's the point in ordering the PlayStation? It's kinda like I can get everything I want here. So I don't know. Like I said, it's just feel like it's gonna be like mucky. Just buy a Glen FU that will play what you want. Exactly. There you go. You just buy that, throw it in there, and you're good to go. You're good to go. All right, guys. So let's talk about this wonderful, wonderful Nintendo Direct. Who here watched the Nintendo Direct and just loved it all the way around? I was there. I didn't watch it with Michael B. I know that there was like a group he had it playing. I want to go ahead and pull it up here. So this is just the direct itself, how it started. It actually looked like it was going to be a Fire Emblem game, but it turned out to be this is like a Monster Hunter. Um, yep, exactly. And I bought Spider-Man 2 because I could play it on my Steam Deck. So I'm like, hey, let's just play that on my Steam Deck. Like I don't have a PlayStation, so let's go ahead and do that. Um, so that exactly right to the case. Yes, I heard it was horrible. I didn't see it though. We're gonna sit here play by play and we're gonna watch the entire thing for you, Sean. That's what we're gonna. No, I'm kidding. We're not gonna do that. I won't put you through that. I won't. I won't. I won't do that. I lost like 3 people when I said that. I'm not doing that, guys. I'm not doing that. Like, oh, this looks like kind of like a I thought it was literally Fire Emblem. I was like, oh, this is like the new Fire Emblem game. That's what this is. Like that's what it and then it turned out to be like a Dragon Quest uh, or Monster Hunter game, I should say, not Dragon Quest. So all in all, it was pretty boring. This whole thing. I watched it while I was working, so that helped because it was just kind of on. Um, uh, no, Meatball Saucy doesn't want to watch the whole thing. Okay, thanks, thanks. Um, so yeah, I was having it on the background while I was playing or while I was working, so it wasn't so bad for me. But I kept watching, like, okay, well, what's next? Like, what's gonna pop up next? Like, okay, I'm sure something's coming, and it just wasn't the case. And it, I don't know, man. It was just people say that these ones are usually not the greatest. They're not like the Nintendo original ones, but they, usually are a little bit better. Like they have something to announce. Um, I feel like this was them trying to, really show that, hey, we have third party support. Like, look, like really look hard. Like, we want to show you everything you're able to buy now on your Switch too, like, or on your Switch. Like, we really want to show it off. But to me, it ended up being like a lot of things were like repetitive. It felt like these were games that had been out for either coming out on everything, had already been out for years, some of them, or like just felt like rehashes. Like they just were like trying so hard to make it feel like we have third party support, but I'm like, you're showing third party support for things that I think that you know was a given kind of thing. Um, Hey, what's up, Edsoff? Haven't even seen this yet. New Monster Hunters? Yes, there's new Monster Hunters coming in 2026 that looks like Fire Emblem, I guess. Oh, yes, Dance Dance, that was, or Just Dance that was on there. So, it's stuff like this, like, Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero. That's been out for how long now? I'm just like, that's been, um, uh, why did you never review, why you never did a review of that Guitar Hero? I mean, I can do a review of that Guitar Hero. But I've had it for a while. I mean, I can definitely do it. And then stuff like Plants vs Zombies. It's like, come on, guys. Uh, then there was, what else was there? There's a couple other ones. I was like, what? They're just rehashes of stuff. EA chilling by the fire, which I know Super Gamer Dudes talked about this one. It's so weird, such a weird one. Like, hey, let's just have you sit by a fire in VR, not VR. And this feels gimmicky to me. You ever bought a VR game and you're like, hey, this is kind of cool, and you get in there, you're like, oh, the gimmick on this is like just gets old immediately. And this feels like a very gimmicky game. You'll play it for 5 minutes, maybe one night with some friends, and you'll never touch it again. Apex Legends, how long has that been out? I mean, that's been out forever. And there's so many platforms you can play this on. If you're going to play Apex Legends, you're already playing Apex Legends. Like this is not going to be like, oh, I was never going to pick this up, but now it's on Switch too, so I'm going to play it. I was just like, dude, um, Yes, it is. That it's a custom home arcade Guitar Hero, so it's pretty awesome. So yeah, all in all, I wasn't oh, even Star Wars Outlaws. I know Shotgun Sean, you love Star Wars Outlaws. A lot of people don't like Star Wars Outlaws. That's coming too. And how long has that been out now? And it's just like, come on, guys. Like, I understand that you're trying to like show a point that you guys have stuff now, but you're almost kind of defeating the purpose because you're showing things that everyone already has or has access to very easily. So to me, it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. Then they finally came towards the end here and were like, "Hey, let's show off the big boys with Square Enix that they're coming out with." And I was like, "Oh, Dragon Quest. We're gonna get some Dragon Quest, like either a new one coming out or something, or they're revamping something." Uh, and it's like, no, we're getting the Adventures of Elliot, and it's kind of like, okay, like yeah, these are fun. The Octopath one's the Triangle Strategy. That one's cool, but to me, I don't know about you guys, but, it feels like these almost, like, melt together and look exactly the same. Like I try not to be like that, like, they are different games, but the artwork and things are just so similar that it's hard to tell them apart sometimes. Now I do wish for these games if they would come out on the MetaQuest because, Triangle Strategy or whatever it is, however you pronounce that's on the MetaQuest, and I enjoy it on there because it kind of gives like a 3D. You stand up or you sit down and you have this whole map you can manipulate and look at things and be able to just experience it in a different way than staring at a screen, and it's cool. Like you can make it so you can see your room while you're playing, so it feels like you're almost like playing this board game almost. So that would be okay. If this came out on like VR, like I could see that being more appealing. And then this one too is not even like a turn based. This is like you actually have to hit stuff, which I think could be kind of awkward if you're in a 2D setting. 2D HD setting might be a little bit more difficult than just the turn based games that you usually see from Square Enix. But I wasn't thrilled with this one. And then they had another Square Enix game, and you're like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Like this is gonna be Dragon Quest. Like this, they're gonna talk about it's Octopath Traveler. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. Okay, and this looks almost exactly the same as the other game that you just talked about like 2 seconds ago. Like they're very similar. So I don't know why these were kind of like supposed to be the big hitters at the end, but to me it kind of just flattened everything. It just went way. I don't know. It's just boring. It was just boring. It was just bad. Um, so I had to talk about that. And what else was kind of a letdown for me? Let me go ahead and get this off of here. Was that Japan also had a Nintendo Direct at the same, not the same time, but the same day, I think. Chill by Fire is not VR. It is a suck butt first person experience exclusive to the Switch. Yes, if it was in VR, honestly, it might be more fun. Like because you would be in VR and like sit around the fire. I could see it being entertaining to a certain degree. But this no, I was like that's the dumbest looking thing. And I know Super Gamer Dudes already talked about it, but I was like, who wants to stare at a screen with a camera in front of you? Like this right now, and if there was a fire in front of me on the flat screen, I wouldn't even it's just no appealing to me. But some people may wanna have a campfire, I guess, so there's that. But back to my point here is, so Japan had a Direct 2 over, in Japan for Nintendo, and during that Direct, they had exactly the same thing, but they added one extra thing in there, which I guess I kind of got why it wasn't there, but I didn't understand. This is Dragon Quest that comes out in like a month or two. And this is the original one was in Japanese, obviously, because it was in Japan. But for some reason, they were like, "Nah, we won't show this one. We'll show the two Square Enix ones that looked exactly the same. Like there was barely any difference between them. If you sneezed in between, you couldn't tell, the difference. But this one they decided to not show in America, but instead they released it on the Square Enix page. You could see it if you wanted to, for the HD remake of Dragon Quest. So I am a Dragon Quest fan. Just one of those games that I loved 11. That kind of what got me into it was 11, and ever since then I've been going back and playing the older ones. So yeah. But Nintendo wasn't done. They had a direct that was meh. Um, there you go, there you go. Um, yeah, so they had this direct that everyone didn't like. People who were fans of Dragon Quest were also a little upset here in America, but Nintendo was like, no, we ain't done. We are not done. We got other things that we want to talk. We want to tell you that we're gonna do that you're just gonna love. You're gonna love this. Let me pull this up here and share. So Nintendo is like, hey, after all that, after you saw this crappy, boring thing, we're gonna go ahead and increase prices on our Nintendo Switches. I was like, wow, okay. Um, so it says the pricing of the original Nintendo Switch family of systems and products will change in the United States based on market conditions, effective August 3rd, 2025, including the Nintendo Switch OLED model, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch Lite, and select Nintendo Switch accessories. This is a now depleting system. You have a Nintendo Switch 2. So why are you upping the price on something that is going to be going away? I don't I don't understand. Yes, it's like this is the layup to the rest of their announcements that they're like, "Hey, if you love that, you're going to love this even more." I've never, and you guys can tell me if you've ever seen this before, but like once a company has made a new system, usually the direction that the old one goes is down. Like I've never seen it where it's like, hey, we got this new system out, but like our old one, we're going to go ahead and increase the prices on that too. Maybe years down the road, if you have like a unique system that's rare or something, you hold on to it as a collector, keep it in the box. Yeah, it's worth more later on. But to have the device increase in stores just seems insane to me. Uh, it it's a very weird tactic to go by and say, "Hey, you know what? Let's do this." But we're already seeing the price increase at Target. Let me pull it up here. Switch it out. There it is. So Nintendo Switch consoles are going up. So Target's already put into effect what these are going to cost. The Nintendo Switches, the old ones, not the new ones, the old ones. Brings out here that Nintendo Switch consoles are already in effect at Target. For the Switch OLED, it's going to be $400. For the non OLED, it's going to be $340. And for the Lite, it's going to be 229, or basically $200. So for the Switch OLED, it was a $50 increase. For the standard model, it's a $40 increase, and for the Lite, it's a $30 increase. So if you're like waiting, like, hey, I wait for the Switch 2 to come out so I can buy a Switch OLED for my kid or something, it'll be cheaper, obviously, because the new one's out. You're totally wrong. That did not happen. What's up, Israel? Uh, yeah, we're all ready for the weekend. We're excited for the G.I. Joe Nintendo cab. Uh, I'm totally down for it. I am ready to see that up and running. Get some good news out here. Get some good news out. Fourth out of 12 on Snowcross. Not great, but very fun. Cool. Yeah. So obviously they want to push Switch 2. They don't want people going back and buying these old systems. Let me increase this for you so you guys can see a little bit better. There you go. Sorry, guys. Um, They really, really want you to buy the Switch 2 because you're getting a Switch OLED for $400, and it's a dying system. Like, as soon as the new one starts, the old one, there's a clock that starts. You know, I know PlayStation in the past has continued, with their old systems for a long time. Xbox did that with the 360, um, but eventually it's going to go down because there's a new system. It just is what it is. And they're saying, even though that clock has started, you're still going to be paying $400 for the Switch OLED. While 450, you can buy the Switch 2 and still play all the same games and new games that are going to be coming out for it also. So, what do you guys think? You think this is a good idea? This is a bad idea? Let me know down in the chat. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, uh, about this or anything else we're talking about. I think it's a bad idea. I think it puts a weird spin on things personally, but you guys might have something else that you have in mind. So please let me know in the chat. All right. With that too, now is the time, guys. We are 33 minutes in, and it's time for a game of who's selling this? Who is selling this? This is the game that we play every single time. I think it's a poop idea. Yes. You know what else was a poop idea but turned out great? That was the toilet. That was a poop idea, but I love it. It was a good idea. All right. um so we're doing who's selling this. So during who's selling this, what I do is on my Facebook Marketplace, I find some weird things that pop up on my Facebook Marketplace all the time. So I decided to start playing a game where I show you a little bit of the object, give you some clues, let you try and guess, and then show you the weird items someone is trying to sell. All right, guys. So who is ready to play? Who's selling this? Your clue is this will leave you nice and clean after. There's your clue. Let me put you like this. There we go. Yeah, that's good. So this is what it is. This right here. And it'll leave you feeling clean afterward. There you go. So you guys put in the chat what you think it may be. We have had people guess the right answers actually on the last couple of them, which I've been really surprised about. But if you guys guess this one, I tell you, I don't know how you could guess this one, but it's one of those weird ones that I found on Marketplace that I just had to share with you. Any guesses? We'll give you 30 seconds on this one here, or I'm getting the rest of the show ready. I didn't have as much time this time because yeah, super gamer dudes. I had usually I have like an extra 25 minutes of trying to get stuff ready, but unfortunately, that was not the case. That's not the case. We do have a goal also too while this is going on. Forgot to mention that too. If we get 10 $2 super chats, I will do a live community gaming show with Burger Time Babe. She wanted to put herself in it too. She wanted to be a part of it and say, hey, if you make a little bit of do the goal and it wins, I'll do something with you guys too. So she wanted to put that in there. Cinnamon roll. Nope, nope. Pretty close. No, not really close at all. Sorry, that one's not close at all. No cinnamon roll, unfortunately. All right, who's ready to see who's selling this? There it is, guys. It is an antique carved baby two-faced face soap. Yeah, two-faced face soap by Kirk, 1926, with original box. You could have your very own. The product is an antique baby soap by Kirk, made in 1926. It's featured a carved two-faced baby design and comes in its original box. This rare collectible falls under the theme of soap and detergent, making it a unique addition to any household or advertised memorabilia collection with free shipping included. It's only 40 bucks, guys, and you can have your own soap baby face. Who's down for it? Who's down for it? Is this the giveaway tonight? No, it is not. Hashtag baby. If it's still for sale, for 40 bucks, I'm not buying you a soap baby. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm not. 100-year-old baby face? I don't know. I don't know. But yes, you can have this. This is your own, your own unique baby face. You can have someone carved it 100 years ago and put it in a box, and it can be yours. It can be yours. Absolutely. Pretty creepy to wash with. Exactly. Exactly. like, like, could you imagine washing with this face or this face? Like, it doesn't. No. There's no way to make this a good washing experience if you're using this soap. No. And this rare collectible is as made in an insane asylum. Yes, it is made in an insane asylum. What in the world? I don't know. 1926 was a different time, I guess. I guess it was a different time, and people were like, "I'm bored. What do you want to do?" And they're like, let's make some baby." Luckily, it has two faces. One face would be weird, right? Yes. If you just saw the one side, you might be a little concerned until you turn it over, and then it's like, now I feel good. Now I feel good. So I wonder if you're supposed to use this like on babies. Maybe it was baby soap for a baby, and like it would help them not cry, or maybe I don't know. Maybe this is why people didn't want to wash themselves for a while because they would see these soaps and they just didn't want to anymore. Yeah, it's a little creepy. It's a little creepy. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But if you guys want it, it's there. That is who's selling this. As I was scrolling and I saw this, I was like, "What in the world? Who was selling this? This is kind of crazy. This is a little nuts. Who made this? Why? I have no idea. I have no idea." But there you go. Just don't drop it. Yes, just don't don't just yeah. At least you know which soap is yours. Like if, someone's trying to claim that it's their soap bar, you're like, "No, mine's I use it to ward off evil spirits." Yeah, there you go. You're like, "Don't worry, guys. I've got the soap with the two faces on it, so I'm cool. I need to worry about anything like that because I'm good. I'm good." That would definitely make sure to ward those off. For sure, for sure. Okay, let me check on my drink here. I'm still doing good. The problem is when if you don't have a guest or someone to do it with you, I don't know how these guys do it. It's like you can't really have a pause to drink or something. So like I was planning on drinking two of these, but like I gotta keep talking. So it's hard to sip while you keep talking. No one else is here to give me a break to sip. So I'm just trying to get them in there because I really want a second one because they're really good. uh, just jump back in. What did I just see? This is a game, man. You got to be here to play these games. It is. Oop, there it is. It's just one of those things, man. That thing was related to Charles Lee Ray, Chucky. Yeah, looked like it. It actually does kind of look like it. I don't know, like in the eyes, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking that. I don't know. Anyways. All right. Give us a long sip. Okay. Good. Ugh, that's the best I can do right now. I'm gonna have to burp now. Ah, there we go. Whew. Okay. So next thing. Talking not required for a drink process. There you go. Okay, I have the approval from Meatball Saucy. I can take breaks to drink. Okay, we're good now, guys. That's what I was waiting for. Meatball, he's the coach here, man. He's the one that helps me through it. See. He's there. He's here to support me in whatever I'm doing on my streams, good or bad. The part in Chucky 3 where he's melting the wax at the factory. That's exactly what it looks like. Maybe that's what it was inspired from. I don't think I've seen that, so I don't know. You guys let me know if you know what he's talking about because I don't quite know. But for my third topic, or my I guess my second topic for tonight, uh, Price versus quality. So this is a question that I had. There's a lot of new products coming out in our community, in the gaming community in general. We have things like the analog N64 coming out. We have obviously tons of handhelds coming out. We have tons of arcades coming out, whether it be from Basic Fun, whether it be from Glenn, whether it be from Buy Stuff. And there's just a lot of things that are out there. What I'm seeing though, and my concern is pricing versus quality. Not really a concern, but just something I've noticed. Uh, and that is again pricing versus quantity. It's like there's a line there where there could be maybe not enough quality for the price, or maybe too much price even though it's great quality. I know that some may say like, "Hey, if it's good quality though, it's worth the price." Well, it depends on how much quality and how much price you're giving us. Like, just think about it. Let's say that I've seen before, like a golden toilet. It's worth, you know, the price is, astronomical. Hundreds of thousands of dollars I've seen them go for, or not go for, but priced at this weird like golden toilet. Now, may be the quality of it is there and the price. Oh my gosh, you all didn't have to do this. Come on now. Thank you, Ace of Jacks. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. I really do appreciate all that. I love talking with you guys. I love doing this show. I know that we don't have very many people here a lot of the times, here recently, but man, just seeing, my core members here helping me out, continue to support me is what keeps me going. And I really do appreciate it, Ace of Jacks. That's awesome. Keep up, man. You're just awesome. Uh, all the time, you guys. Every time I feel a little down too, something like that happens, and I'm like, all right, they do like me. They do like me. So that always helps. Thank you so much, Ace Jacks. But yeah, so even though you say, hey, this is great quality, maybe you're still like, hey, I still wouldn't pay that much for that toilet because it's just a toilet at the end of the day. Um, so that's kind of my point. Sometimes I think that there's a balance that needs to be there. Yes, quality, not quantity. Yes. This is quality content. Yes, feeling the love. Absolutely, absolutely. So, here's what I made right here. Just to kind of a little graph here. It was semi inspired by Fox because that's just how he rolls. But I was like, how can I display all this? I'm like, I gotta like just throw it up here. Just throw it up here. So you all remember the KI Pro that came out from Arcade One Up, right? And this thing was $1,000. It came with a stool, a fatigue mat, a sign. It was an XL basically with chrome, a little bit better buttons. They wanted $1,000 for it. Um, so that's where it gets the quality. Is it there? Is it worth the price? I don't know. Like it's not really worth it to me personally. I don't feel like an arcade one up would ever be worth $1,000 in my eyes. Now you may say different. You may think, "Hey, I had a KI Pro. It was the coolest thing ever," and that's great for you. But for me personally, I just didn't see where the quality versus the price met because that to me it didn't play very well. People who were actually good at KI, which I'm not, so maybe that's another reason why I didn't really care for it. They said that there's problems with doing combos because of the sticks that they had used. They didn't quite they weren't able to get stuff off as easy as they wanted to because the quality just wasn't there even for the gameplay. 799 at best. Yes, $800 at best. Now they did try to throw in stuff. They said, "Oh, we'll give you a stool, we'll give you the sign, and we'll give you a mat," which are great extras. But if you don't have the core there, then it's just it's like having a fly in your hamburger, and they say, "Well, we'll give you another French fry," and you're like, "But I want this. I want a better quality burger," and they're like, "Ah, that's too late. You already have the fly burger. Like you just got to deal with it." Doesn't really add anything to it. Um, yeah, I'd never pay $1,000 for a one up. They're not the greatest quality. There's even a video out there, someone with this, rocking it with one finger because of how much that they tend to wobble. So obviously the quality wasn't there for the price. No way, no way at all. That wasn't there. Then you have the FU cab, which is going for if you get the 19-inch, it's going for like $1,000 right now. On his page, which is still doing great. Like we can see what he's up to right now. He is up to $466,987. He has 245 backers. This is going great for Glenn. This is going amazing for him uh, in this cab. And the reason why for that is because they recognize, that this thing for the price, it meets the quality, it meets the price. It is right on par. Actually, he probably could have charged us more for this because of how great that these things are and what he's going to provide to you and the different tiers. It was, it's just all around a great deal if you're wanting a multicade uh for your home arcade. I would always recommend getting the hub for it. The I don't know what you call it, not a hub, but the what's it called? The shell, I guess you'd say, for the front to make it look like a Nintendo cab. Like I don't really like this shape in particular, for me personally, but I love the way the Nintendo cabs are shaped. So I would, absolutely like that's what I would get if I was going to get one of these uh, today. Now, then we move on to buy stuff. Who recently announced Flyburgers? Yes, yes. I so needing a KI PCB board bed. Oh man. The thing with the KI Pro too that was like awful was they're like, hey, we're doing this KI Pro for $1,000. Guys, like you get ready, it's gonna be awesome. And everyone's like, okay. And they're like, oh yeah, and by the way, the same day we're gonna announce a sale on our regular KI cabs for $350. Like and it's just like, why? Why? Like I don't know why. Yes. Uh, if I got back into home arcades, I would love a Killer Instinct cab. Now, the main thing with Killer Instinct, I will say, is that they did have the online, which a lot of people were like, "That's the reason why they kept it." It's because we wanted that. Okay, it is the hood. Okay, so hood is right. Very clever. When you can feel it, see it, and the lack of quality, the product is not worth anything. Yes. Um, then you go on to Buy Stuff, who recently announced their new super sprint or off-road depending on which one that you want that's announced, and this starts out the base, just not even just the base, the just for the wheels and pedals at $900. And to me, and again, I want to preface this, I'm not trying to crap on any company or say tell you what to do with your money. You guys do whatever you like. This is my personal feelings. It's a little pricey. It's a little pricey for wheels and pedals, and I'm thinking $900, and they said it's hard to coordinate the wheels with a PC. They have their own PC that you should probably buy in order to play on it because they've already calculated and coordinated everything that you need for it. But $900 out the gate, that's a little much for me because $900 now that I'm buying big arcades, our full size arcades, say, $900 you can get the majority of the arcades you can think of. Um, and so that started at $900. It was a little much. It was a little much. Now the good thing with it though is that obviously as you add on to it, you get more things, but they're going to be adding a two wheel and also a one wheel if you want to. So obviously those are going to be cheaper prices. But to me, it just seems like it's a little much for the home arcade community. Yeah, $250 for their PC. So you're looking at if you want just the PC and the wheels you put on a counter, I guess, because you wouldn't have the pedestal yet. You're looking at almost $1,200. Now that's not the TV too. You have to buy a TV. So if you're getting a cheap one, Black Friday, you get one for maybe 100, $200. So you're up to $1,500 almost already, and you don't even have a pedestal. Um, if you're wanting plug and play, it just seems like there's a certain mark where it's like, okay, these are great quality. These are amazing quality. Buy Stuff does like top tier, great stuff, but does the price meet the quality for the home arcade community? I don't know. That's the question I'm asking. How do you guys feel about it? Do you feel like it's a little bit too pricey? Do you feel like maybe they should do a little bit less quality for a different price? Do you think they should keep it the same price? Same quality, but maybe a cheaper price? I mean, how do you feel? That's what I really wanted to fill out with the community here tonight. And we can go look at their site and kinda build a little bit, of, what you can get with this. So, if I get a pedestal deck now, if you get the ALU deck, the problem is you're gonna have to buy a ALU. So, I can find them on Facebook Marketplace for, like, $250 to $500 usually. Um, let me see. You could probably build a wheel system for way cheaper. Meatball, I paid close to $4,000 for the full size cab. I know how good this experience wise is. You need to be a fan of free will racing experience. It is great family arcade experience. See, there you go. So we have someone who owns the full size uh super sprint. It was a super sprinter off road that you got. I forget which one. I think super sprint was one they were advertising, but I didn't know if you could get the off road also. But if you're looking at this, you're $900, and if you get the ALU, let's say I could buy one for 300, so that's already $1,200. But let's just say we do the pedestal deck to make it easy for this. Um, and then we do, and to me, you almost need the super pedestal because you're gonna want to put the PC somewhere. Like you can get the regular pedestal, but then you're gonna have a PC on the floor. Like I don't know what you do with it if you didn't have the you know something to put it on. I don't know if it has shelving in it. Could someone could answer that? But and then I would leave those black. I wouldn't really care about the chrome finish. I would make mine super sprint probably, and let's say you just want regular graphics. We'll do the cheap. Uh, let's do the car graphics on it, and then you want the. I'd probably get the mini PC, and let's just say we want none of those, none of those. Add to cart. Hopefully, it doesn't pop up anything. If it does, I'll stop sharing immediately. So that's $1,500 right there. If you're just getting like, I just did like the basic um pedestal. So you're looking at $1,500 just for the basics on that. Now, is it worth it? Meatball Saucy says, yeah, it is worth it. $1,500. Um, I just don't know if I don't know because the thing with me is that's just a little pricey. I don't know what it is. I'm like, I'm not saying it's not the quality isn't there. I'm not saying that they don't do amazing things, but I think for home arcade, this is just on the deep end of it. That's the same thing with like at games and the 4KP, but their quality isn't as good. And they're hitting like that 2,500 to $3,000 mark. And I think it really takes a lot of the people and puts it outside of the home arcade community into more of the real arcade community because that's what they kind of spend on things. Um, so do you think that this will sell well? Do you think that people are going to buy a lot of these? Do you think it's going to be kind of more of a niche thing? I know a lot of people have bought the like my Fast and Furious and my Outrun, which I've thought about that before, and the Star Wars. They've bought that. Those, and they all love them. I've never heard anyone complain about how the quality is, how great it is. But I do see a lot of people looking at prices like this and being like, "Man, I can't afford that." Um, let's see here. What does the game room say? It seems pinball machines just keep rising in the price year after year. Are arcade machines seeing the price a rise in price now too? I'm wondering if maybe the reason we're seeing a rise in new arcades. To me, from my area, I live in Ohio, so that's already like you got to kind of understand your areas. It depends on where you live too. A lot of times. Let me get this off of here so you can see me. It depends on where you live a lot of times, how much the pricing is. For my area, honestly, they've kind of gone down in price, especially considering, a few years ago, they used to be, like that centipede I got for $500, like 4 years ago would have been probably $1,200. It just depends uh, on things that's surrounding it. Um, let's see. Looks awesome, but you better be paying a lot of racers if you're planning on buying this. Expensive. And my thing is I wanna buy it. That's my problem is, like, I'm like, "Man, um, it's just a little rough." It's just a little rough to me. And again, I'm not here to try and drag down anyone or try and, like, upset a company or make them feel bad or look bad. I'm just saying from an average person's point of view, if you're looking at this and someone says 900 bucks for steering wheels and pedals, but you could have this one for 1,000 bucks, the, FU cab, or even this, um, Killer Instinct, which I wouldn't recommend ever. But if you're sitting there saying, "Hey, 900 bucks for some wheels and pedals," I don't know, and I guess the average person isn't gonna want to have a racer like that, um, but it's just hard. I feel like it's too expensive. I'll just come out and say that. Like, I feel like it's just a little bit too pricey for a lot of people in the community, and if you're spending this much money, you're going 1,500 to, I think someone said if you go all out, it's like $2,500 to $3,000, for it. I feel like it's just a little bit too pricey, and maybe they're okay with that. Maybe they know it's more niche. Maybe they're like, "Hey, we understand," and that's why they're giving us, the two wheel and the one wheel, which I'm excited about because I do want to get one of them, at least the two wheel if I can't afford the three wheel. Um, pay mortgage or buy arcade wheel. This is a tough choice. And see, I think us too, we come from, especially people who are just in this from one ups, where we used to pay 300 bucks. We got them on sale for $50 at Walmart. And then you go to this, it's like, whoo. And even if you've followed one up and you're doing, 400, 500, 600, even $700 to go from that to, um, all the way up to 2,500 bucks. It's just a tougher pill to swallow. And I feel like more companies are migrating into the thousands, and that makes it hard for me because I feel like if you're going that far into it, you might as well just start buying the real thing. And I understand the real thing has its own issues. You got big, bulky, heavy, needs work, more work than these guys. But it's almost like you're getting into a different territory once you start hitting that. If you can afford a $3,000 machine, usually you can afford to fix it. That's kind of like, if you can't afford to fix it, you probably aren't buying it. That's kind of my feelings on it. When my wife plays pole position for 2 hours and begs my oldest son and I to race, hey, exactly, exactly. And again, if you can afford it and you like, this is like absolutely something that you love, go for it, man. Like, groceries for a month or steering wheel and pedals. This is a really tough choice. Um, you can get the FU with wheels and pedals. See, that's the other thing too, is that there's other options out there. The FU's 1,000 bucks, and you can get a. I think that some of those were going for like a. I just exited off too. I think that some of those were going for like 150 bucks was the different. Let me see. Come on, Sheldon, where are you? Yeah, you can get the dual wheel deck for $150. So you're looking at $1,150. And I wonder if you could just buy their PC, like if they'll let you buy their. But see, then you have to calibrate it to Glenn's wheels. So I wonder what that would entail. Um, I don't know, because then that's, even if you buy their PC, well, you're looking at, $1,500 then probably too, even with Glenn's, because $1,000 for the machine, another 150 for the wheels, and then if you go and buy their PC, it's $250. So I don't know. I don't know. Um, Meatball sauce exactly the whole purpose. It makes you, yes, makes it better if the family enjoys it. They're going for the rich kids. Sounds good, although I'm not sure the wife and kids will be happy about not having the roof over their heads, although they might be happier with the wheels and pedals. Hey, if you're outside in the rain with wheels and pedals, having a good time, then just go outside with the pedals and have a good time, man. Go ahead and have a good time. Um, but yeah, that's just kind of my take on it. I feel like I love the product. I love all the products except for I hated the KI Pro. I thought that was the dumbest thing, but I'm not into KI. So it would have been I don't know, a Pro Galaga. I Not for $1,000. No, not for 1,000. But if they would have made a better version of Galaga and charged a little bit more, I don't know. I might feel differently. But not for arcade one up. That was just But I hope maybe with the other choices that come out, that more of us can go after those type of machines and continue to support them, because I want to support them. I'm just like, man, that's a little much. Like, that's a different territory. I feel like you're getting in. So okay, now it's time to drink because I was told I can take breaks to drink. Thank you, Meatball Saucy. Okay, so I want to bring up something that was brought up, I think, briefly on Super Game Room Dudes, but for a different reason. Okay, let me share this. Ninja Gaiden. No, Gaiden. I always say it wrong. Ninja Gaiden. Uh, it's out now. It just came out. Rated teen. I think this is like the original trailer, something like that. Yeah. Um, but I wanted to share this while I talk about it here. I did buy this game. It is rated teen, just for everybody, so that you're aware. There is a little bit of stuff in it. Uh, if you're sitting here with your little ones and you're thinking about buying it, I don't know. I don't know if I would. Uh, We've been excited about this game for a while, and the digital uh, version of it just released. I got to watch someone I watched. His name is Dookie03. Not a lie. That is his name. He actually covers a lot of like usually it's like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy games, stuff like that. Let me put his thing in the chat here. Actually, a great creator if you're into that kind of stuff. Go check him out. Give him a sub. Great guy. But for this game, the digital just came out. The physical is not available until September. I believe it's September 12th is whenever you can get the physical copy. Now, the physical copy, and the real reason why I wanted to bring this up is that the physical copy is going to be $40. Okay, which is fine if you like physical copies. But the digital is $25 and is currently on sale for 22.50 because there's a 10% discount right now. I don't know if it's just because it's new and just coming out, but they have a 10% off discount through August 5th. So let me go ahead and keep this. Wish there was like a repeat button. Like, hey, I just like to just repeat this. I want this going in the background. Come on now. Um, so uh, if you want the digital one and you want it right now, they're going to charge you 22.50. If you want to wait and you want the physical copy, they're like, that's fine, but that's $40, and I'm okay with that. And that's the whole reason why I bring this up. This is digital versus physical done right. I'm going to buy a digital copy of this game. Um, and since my digital copy, you don't need to go to a manufacturer to manufacture a case. You don't need to pay someone to do the design for the box. You don't need to pay to have all the inserts printed for said box. You don't have to go to a factory to get the chips made and done. It's shipped over. Someone to put the box and everything together. You don't have to do all that. So if I want the digital, I'm getting it for $22, and if I want the physical, it's $40. Doesn't that just make sense? Like, and I don't understand why they don't do this with more games. That's saying, hey, if, especially for Nintendo Switch 2, because theirs actually has a lot of them actually have the game on the card, unlike Xbox and PlayStation, where it's just a key. Where it's like, hey, if you go and you decide to buy this digitally, we're going to give you like $15 off. Um, so it's like, hey, you get the discount. If you don't want to wait and you don't want to worry about the box, you don't want to worry about all this stuff, that's fine. We'll give you a discount for it. And I think if they would do that, and honestly, if they're trying to wean people off physical, which it feels like that's where everything's kind of headed, this is the way to do it. like, like just tell people, hey, we're gonna give you $10 off if you get the digital, because depending on the game, I might be like, all right, cool. Like this game, I was like, all right, yeah, sure. That's it's what, $17 off if I get the digital compared to waiting for the physical and paying 40. Absolutely, absolutely. I would doing that all day long, all day long. Have you guys got a chance to play this? I don't know. I got to play it for a little bit on actually yesterday. I got to play it for a little bit. And it's a great game. It's if you like, obviously if you like Ninja Gaiden, then you're gonna like this game. Let me see. Let's see what everyone else is saying right now. But yeah, I feel like if if they would do that from the beginning, if they were like, "Hey guys, $10 cheaper if you buy the digital because we don't have to do all this stuff. We don't have to hire people to sit in a warehouse and put this together. We don't have to have machines made or someone to be fixing the machines. We don't have to put all the materials there. We don't have to buy the disc or the carts, and we don't have to do any of that. We'll give you $10 off, and we have a file there you can download." I feel like we would have been done with physical long before this. Like, I feel like it would have been gone. Now, yeah, launch day discount. Yeah, it's a launch discount. So you can get it on Switch, Steam. I think it's on Xbox and PlayStation also. So, and I think it is on sale everywhere. Um, that animation is sick. Yeah. Okay, I haven't seen this one. So, they were back for TD. Yep, looks great. I love the first. I've only played like the first couple levels, and it's very like jungle oriented, which I really do like. Physical all the way. Yeah, so, that's the way I am usually, with Nintendo games, because they're the ones that actually have the game on the cart. Now, if you're going with Xbox or PlayStation, I don't really care because it's just a key. So to me, it's like, "Oh, yeah, you have this disc that, doesn't really do anything besides lead you to the the digital download." Um They don't have inserts anymore. Physical is kind of sad nowadays. I remember when you come with a book, complete game, and that worked. Now that they ask you to bend over and they don't offer lube. Okay. Oh, I've been building a fence and haven't had time to play anything. Yeah. Um, how was the soundtrack when you play the game, the arcade, NES interests or classics? I never wanna lose the ability to buy physical. Actually, it was pretty good. I didn't really get to hear it too much because, kids yelling, kinda thing, so usually I turned it down. But honestly, yeah, it sounded really good. I did like the soundtrack on it. Uh, Me neither. I don't want to. It's one of those unfortunate ends, that I don't want to get to. I don't want that to happen at all, but it's just the way, unfortunately, society is going. That's why if you have physical stuff, keep it because eventually it's gonna be worth something because it's all gonna be gone. People's gonna be like, "You had a cartridge you used to put in your machines? Like it was great. We had a giant monkey that chased around a plumber so you could save Pauline." And they'd be like, "Okay, that's the way it's gonna be in the future. We're all gonna be in nursing homes, like scaring kids with weird stories." But uh indies tend to do physical games right still, lots of extra goodies in them. Now, I did the last game that I think I got with a, like, insert with it was a Nintendo Switch game, called Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, and it came with a book, and that's the reason why I bought it, physically because I wanted the book. But that's a, like, more of an Animal Crossing-esque type of game, and it's one that I played back on the GameCube, and they had redone it onto the Switch. And as soon as I saw that it had an insert, I was like, "I'm buying that day one." Before that, I think it was, Shredder's Revenge, which I bought the, limited run, version of it, and I believe that one came with a booklet, if I remember right. I know it came in a VHS tape, box. Um, Remember when you used to own the games you bought? Yes. Now that's not the case, not the case. But I hope that they will see the trend with these and, say like, "Hey, this isn't do Mr. Gagu now." Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah, I hope they see the trend with these and see like, "Hey, we can still offer a physical version that's a little bit more expensive and people will pay for it." Because even okay, I paid $22 for this. When the physical comes out, if I love this game, I'm still, like, tempted to go buy the physical copy, because if there's a game I love and I'm like, "Hey, I don't wanna lose it with my system," and I know, again, this cartridge is gonna hold the game, like, I'm more tempted to go out and buy it. I believe that happened with, um, Marvel versus Capcom, the collection, a fighters collection. Like I bought that digitally because I wanted to play it now, and then whenever it came out physically, I went and bought it. Same thing with um, Shredder's Revenge, and then also Power Rangers, the new Power Rangers one that came out, Reader's Rewind. I bought the digital one, and then the physical one came out, and I bought the physical too because I love the game, and I'm like, "Hey, I want the physical copy of this too." So I ended up with 2 versions of the same game because I just love the game. And, so if you do a cheaper end, it doesn't feel as bad to go ahead and buy it physically later on if you like the game. Um, I believe they call it, the Mandela effect because it was true. Why wouldn't we consume allow copies to dictate if we own it? Yeah. Yeah, and that's the sad thing too is even games that you own or movies that you own, that you buy digitally, you're just licensing a lot of them out. I know there were some Xbox games that had some issues with music that were in them that they no longer had licenses to. So the games were being removed from Xbox because they could no longer support them. So people who had it digitally had issues. I think PlayStation had the movie issues where people bought movies and they ran out of licenses and they just let it all drop. So digital is very, very scary to me because it's you just don't own it. It's just not there. Um, I bought Marvel Collection 3 times and have the MVC2 arcade one-up cab. Yeah, see? Um, are you still playing a cooking show? Okay, so on that note, I think we covered the other part of it right. So if you're someone who, you know, wants to buy this, you can buy it digitally for cheaper or wait for the physical and pay a little bit extra. Always a fun game, always a fun game. So on this note, there's something happening here this month, guys. I was checking how many times I've bought Duke Nukem 3D, Doom, one copy at least on all consoles and multiple physical versions. See, there you go. If you love the game, make a good game. If you just make a good game, if you just make a good game, people will buy a lot of it. A lot of it. like, like that's all you have to do, guys. That's it. Uh, but so this month is 35 years. 35 years ago, you if you're going to the movie theater this upcoming month, you would see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It would be in your local theater 35 years ago. That's when it came out. So they're re-releasing it um in the theaters August 17th through the 20th in movie theaters across the United States. So I'm excited for that. I love Ninja Turtles. Anybody who knows me knows that I love the Ninja Turtles, the original one. Love that movie, half to death. Second one, it's pretty good. Third one, yeah, we won't talk about that. But um, uh, says in honor of the 1990s movie's 35th anniversary, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will be re-released in theaters on August 17th and 20th via Phantom Entertainment, Sega Arts, and Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group. You can book your tickets online through Phantom Entertainment to see if it's near you. So with that, what we're going to be doing, me and Burger Time Babe, this is what we plan on doing around this time. Whenever this is out, we obviously can't go see it in theaters, even though we'd love to see it in theaters. But with the kids, I have not. Let me take this off here because I gotta get like in the camera for this. I have not wanted to go to the theater for years. There's hasn't been a movie that I'm someone who likes being home. Like, I don't like to be out and about, like, I don't like shopping, I don't like doing much. If I go out, like, I have a specific reason and I come back home, because look what I have in my home. I don't really care. So going to a theater, usually I'm always like, I'll wait till it comes out on streaming services. That's been my thing since Endgame. The last movie that I saw in a theater was Endgame. Everything else, I'm like, just wait for it to come out in streaming. But this year, there's been Superman, which I'm interested in, the Fantastic Four, which I didn't really have interest in, but with all the buzz about it, I honestly want to see it. And this weekend, um, Naked Gun came out, and man, I so want to see that movie. Like, I want to see it so bad, but it's again, you got 3 kids, you know, all toddlers. Going to a movie just isn't going to happen anytime soon. But I'm like, what changed that this year? Like all the movies I want to see are now coming out. Um, but I would love to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the theater again, but we probably won't be able to because of the children, so we will probably just watch it here at home. But with that, since Meatball Saucy brought up us cooking, we thought it'd be cool to do a video of us ordering pizzas from 5 different pizza places around here, and then doing like a Ninja Turtle uh the closest pizza to the Ninja Turtle pizzas, either cartoon style, movie style, whatever it is, and saying, okay, which one is, which one delivers the fastest that would be within the 30 minutes in the movie, which one looks the most like what they got, which one looks like the one in the cartoon, and just kind of comparing, doing like an eating, taste testing type of thing. And we thought that'd be like in honor of the turtles coming out, trying to, be that. So you'll get your video. Um, Meatball Saucy of us in the kitchen. We may not be making it. Maybe we could make a pizza too. We could order pizza and we'll make it a pizza too and be like, can we, do something that's similar to what's in the movies ourselves in our house? Maybe that's what we'll do live. We'll try the pizzas in the video and then we'll do live. We'll make a pizza to try and be like the Ninja Turtles. Um, so maybe we'll do something like that. But guys, that's not all that's happening with Ninja Turtles. Whenever you think Ninja Turtles, what other brand comes to mind. Actually, let me see what everybody else is saying here before I move on, because I don't want to miss out on what the chat's saying here. Love supporting good games and the good people who make them. Absolutely, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, baby, yeah. Uh, ooh, would be fun to see it in theaters again. Absolutely, would be nice to see it in the theater for the first time. That would be my first time too. By the time I was born in '88, so I wasn't seeing this as a kid. It doesn't help that everything's so expensive in theaters now. I remember the $1 movie theaters. We had one near here. Um, we had it was about 35 minutes away, in a town called Richmond, Indiana. And they still have the main theater, but they had a dollar theater. And man, that was awesome because I mean, they'd wait like 3 weeks and then they'd like pop it over there and you could go see a movie for a dollar. I heard the new Fantastic Four is pretty good, actually. That and Superman. I'm hearing Fantastic Four is the most DC movie they've made, Marvel movie that they made, and Superman's the most Marvel movie that they've made. Like the DC Marvel, like it's more leaning that way. So I'm very interested in them. I can't wait for them to come to streaming. I'm there with you. The only time I've actually gone to the theater in the last several years was the drive-in, and that permanently closed last year. Now we did go to a drive-in to see the first Venom. So I don't know how long ago that was, but we did see the first Venom in a drive-through theater. Let's see. Venom movie release date. Let's see whenever that was. 2018. So it's been 7 years since I've been to a movie theater. Wow. Wow. I did not know that. My youngest son dragged me to the Revenge of the Sith release. It was such a great experience for me to see him excited for a Star Wars release. Yeah, the way better than the other ones, right? The new ones. Saw Fantastic Four in the theaters twice. I think it's easily one of the better Marvel movies because the movie avoided being a quippy Marvel movie and actually tried to be fun. Yes, that's awesome, Meatball. You put anchovies on that thing. You're in big trouble, okay? Always good to see the kids enjoying our films we enjoy growing up. Hello, Kitty. Oh, hey, hey, hey. So I asked the question, he got it. So whenever you think of a Ninja Turtle, what is the other another brand that comes to mind whenever you think of Hello Kitty or think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Do you think of Hello Kitty? Because apparently you should. Because McDonald's, in honor of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out, said, "Hey, we'll give you McDonald's toys, but we're not going to stop there, guys. We're not going to stop there. We're going to give you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Hello Kitty combined to make these guys. These guys. Let me zoom this in so we all can enjoy this together. To make these guys these. So these are Ninja Turtle Hello Kitty toys. Um, yeah, and so you can enjoy them. I wish there wasn't so many stinking ads on this thing. Um, 8/12s when they start coming out. Hello Kitty, Ninja Turtle. They even have on here. They have Hello Kitty, Leonardo, Cinnamon Roll, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael. There's different Hello Kitty characters, which I don't know who those are, but you can see here you got the Hello Kitty Leonardo. There's the Michelangelo with the cinnamon roll. Yeah, Hello Kitty and Raphael White. So you got that too. To me, it was like I don't, I don't know what what's going on. Um, I'm very confused at why they decided this was a good matchup. Um, I just I don't understand. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyone have any like is there like a match like between them? Like was someone just like, "Hey, we have this contract coming up with Hello Kitty and we're supposed to have this contract with Ninja Turtles. What do you think we should do?" And someone's like, "Just put them together. Just put them together. We got this. We got this. Don't worry about it." Because to me it's like they don't seem like they should go at all. I'm trying to get this so I can just pull it up and we don't have to see all this nonsense. Let me get this changed over here real quick. Image. Let's do this. Open that up. Boom. There we go. Technology, y'all. Technology. So yeah, that's a little bit better. So we don't have to see all that other junk. Um, but yeah. So what do y'all think? Um, let me see. Let me see. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hello Kitty. That's right. That's right. Driving through sounds fun. Never got to experience that. It's pretty cool. I mean, the only issue is bugs. Obviously, as long as you have bug spray, you're always good. And also too, it's very late. Like obviously, you have to wait for the sun to go down, so you're waiting until like 9 o'clock to start the movie, and usually there's always two, so that's like a 4 hour experience. uh, Wonderland Oregon was a nickel arcade that had $1 movie theater going for a long time. Wow, 5-cent video games and $1 movies was like heaven. Anytime they took my parents out of $20. That is awesome, man. Um, Let me see. They built a Wonderland location with laser tag and bumper cars. Race. See, this is why can't we have this now? Why can't we have nice things anymore, guys? Why can't we have nice things? It's just awful. Why can't we have that stuff anymore? Um, has been grabbing the current Happy Meal toys. Got a 1/6 scale Happy Meal tray today. See, I was surprised it wasn't more of a big deal in our community because like it was a you did a whole like McDonald's, right? That's the toys that you can buy like all the different items. I was like, for people who love new wave toys, that would have been perfect. Like you just make your own McDonald's for your new wave toys and put arcades inside of it. Um, those are definitely going to be collector's items, believe it or not. Stop crossing shiz over, please. Okay, so we have varying opinions here. Thor digs it. Okay, maybe more people are into this than what I think. Um, I'd buy Happy Meal and throw it away if you, although it makes, yeah, no sense, no sense. Um, absolutely no, 0 cents. I got you. Absolutely, I don't get it. Yeah, Toxic Adventure comes to mind when I think of Team Two, not Hello Kitties. Yeah, think that yeah, has what's his face in it? Oh, Game of Thrones. What else is he in? I forget. I forget what he else is in. What is his name? Asa Jackson will know before I can even look it up. Probably. Um, let's see. Let's see. Actors. Let's see. Peter Dinklage. That's who it is. Peter Dinklage. Isn't he in the new one? Yep. See, see. I knew he would. I knew he would. Yeah. Yeah, so he's in that one. I think he is the Toxic Avenger. My Little Pony Transformers, My Little Pony's crossover. I'm afraid I might be a target market here. Oh, maybe you are. Uh, yep. So he's seen it too. Nice things for the rich now. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Um, see, it was Peter Dinklage. See, you guys, like I said, he's on it. Asa Jackson's like the movie buff. But yeah, so that's what I had there for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But again, we want to do some cool stuff with it. I do want to start doing some more. Let me go ahead and change back to this. Um, I do want to do some more stuff as far as doing some gaming with the community, my members especially too. Being able to do some live streams. I know with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too. I thought about doing like Shredder's Revenge, the Caliburn collection. I need to check. Is that online play too? I don't know if that's online play or not. Um, Let me see. I ordered Miss Thor her first dollhouse yesterday. The Monster High Haunted High School Castle. I'm not sure where it's going, but I suspect it'll have its own arcade soon enough. You're like, I already have plans for this thing, man. I got plans. You see the Bubble Guppies X Dragon Ball Z coming out at Burger King? What? No way. He must be joking. There's no way. Uh, Maybe though. I don't know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Hello Kitty. So you never know. You never know. But yeah, I do want to do some streams like that with the Cowabunga collection. Also, to Shredder's Revenge. I want to do that too around that time, just to kind of keep up with the turtle fever that people might be getting. I can't believe 1990 was 35 years ago. Um, kind of kind of weird, man. That's been 35 years, but oh well. I'm only 37, so I don't remember 1990 very well. I don't remember 1990 very well. But yeah. So, anyways, guys, if you could please, I think that pretty much wraps up everything that I had for the show. I appreciate everyone who stuck around, who came up after Super Game Room Dudes, and just chilled, had a drink. Don't forget that we are going to keep doing the same drink for the rest of the month. Month of August, we have the Tappers root beer float. Grab your own items to put in there. We can have a drink together. Even send me a picture of it if you wanted to. I don't know I'm on Discord, so you can take a picture over there and send it to me. We can just show how we all watch the show and have a drink together and just chill, man. I love seeing that here. Um, hey, not a shill here, but we're actually giving away a copy of the Cowabunga collection for our intergalactic summer quest event. So that is happening. Uh, are you inviting everyone to that, Edsoff? Um, I don't know if that. I know you said something about you're able to invite like you you know um other people, but I didn't know if it was like everyone. I didn't know how closed off an event it was. Yes, bring it next week, man. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Uh, but if you're not in the Ettensoft server, go ahead and get over there to their Discord. It is a great place to be. They have all types of fun stuff. They talk about their games, everything else. Um, Next time, cook some steak to pair with it. There you go. Hey, we can have a steak together, Richie Odello. Oh my gosh. Ace of Jacks Media Grounds. Thank you so much, man. You didn't have to do that. I tell you, this is just it's great stuff, dude. I really do appreciate you didn't have to do that. But man, I really do appreciate it, the support that you showed everyone else shows here, showing up, sticking around for an hour and a half while I babble on. Uh, and it's truly great. These shows they do take a lot of time for me, even though it doesn't look like it. It takes a lot of time, and so just to have people in here talking and knowing that we have people enjoying it to a certain degree, it really like reaches my heart. And then to have people even go even a step further and do stuff like this, I just really appreciate it. You're on fire, man. I really do appreciate it. Um, keep a He says, appreciate your quality content. Thank you, man. Thank you. Uh Yeah, anyone can join. Just need to join our Discord. Okay. Um, let's get that cooking show going. Yeah, yeah. I'm almost in tears, man, because I just don't get into that. Uh, so yeah, Ed and Soft Discord. Let me see if I can share it here. I'm getting let's go here. Let's see. I have to figure out how to do this. Usually Jason's in the chat and he's just like boop and he does it for me here. So let me see. I'll have to share it with you guys next week or on a post too, because I don't see how exactly to do that. But yeah, if you're not in Ed and Soft Discord, go join there. They have a great event coming up. It's every Wednesday in August, I believe. And they have tons of prizes that they're giving away and stuff like that. So if you want a chance to get a free prize, head over to Ed and Soft Discord and do that. R2 Ed and Soft, if you want to shoot me the link to get into this, I can also show it real quick. Let me see. I'm trying to invite people. Maybe I need to invite people. There it is. Copy it. There, I got it. I got it. Just gotta be smarter than the Discord here, buddy. Let's go here. There we go. There's the Discord. So it is in the chat for you guys. I appreciate you all being here, but don't leave. I want to redirect you all over to Late Night Live. They're going to be talking more about Ninja Gaiden, or yeah, Gaiden. I said it right. Ninja Gaiden tonight. That's what it looks like on their show. So I know they always have a packed show with tons of stuff to talk about, and always just a good time over there, especially if you're more towards the West Coast. It's always great to be there. So, um, anyways, guys, I really do appreciate everyone who stopped by tonight. And if you could leave a like, get a sub if you're not subbed yet, and also make a comment down below. That really helps the algorithm, helps me grow, and just helps this meet more and more people. So awesome, guys. All right, I will catch you on the next one. Thank you all.